What is up, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Dudes Who Bet Sports.
So you want to bet sports, but you need some advice on how to cash in big at a heck of a price. Well, if you want enough money to line your shorts, then you're in the right place. This is Dudes Who Bet Sports. Dudes Who Bet Sports, it's your favorite show. Dudes Who Bet Sports, where degenerates go. Dudes Who Bet Sports, time to change your approach with Aaron Halterman and his father, the coach. Let's ride.
Well, the Associated Press is full of shit.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dudes Who Bet Sports show. We turned 50 today, Papa Dude, our 50th show. It's hard to believe, but I'm the boss, and I'm not going to cut us off. So if we had a real boss...
I did not realize that, Aaron.
If we had a real boss, we'd probably be cut off by now, but we don't. So we're good.
I don't think we'd be cut off.
No.
I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I do want to mention something just to be, both of us are coming on tonight with a little bit of a heavy heart, I think. We lost a good one over the weekend. My brother's father-in-law and my nieces and your cousin's grandfather, Tim Miller, a great guy, passed away yesterday morning from cancer. Went far too young to be taken from us. A great guy, a great sportsman. He loved his sports, loved his granddaughters. Every time they had a game, he was there. And just really tragic that we lost him. But he wouldn't want us to be sad. That's for sure. You know, he lived his life exactly the way he wanted to live it. Mm-hmm. And I admired him greatly for that. So, Tim, this one's for you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. He went to every game those girls ever played, and also a massive St. Louis Cardinal fan, I was told. He always was bitching about the Cardinals to me when I had seen him at those games.
And in the middle of the winter, sometimes he's bitching about him, and he always had his Cardinal stuff on too.
It seems to me like he had a nice Cardinal jacket he would always wear.
Yeah, he did.
I would see him with that.
I think he was a Missouri fan too, but I'm not. It seemed to me like I saw some Missouri stuff on him every once in a while.
Yeah, he was. He would give me shit all the time about Oklahoma, especially those couple 2-3 years when Missouri was pretty good. He enjoyed it. Yeah, a huge sports fan, a good guy. We wish the family obviously the best.
You bet. You bet.
It's a tough situation. Cancer. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's just awful. You know, it seems like somebody we know every day, whether it's really good or not really well, but just hear about them. So, this I well said. This one's for him for sure. And like I said, lost a guy who really loves sports. So
you bet.
Yep. Anyway, sending our well wishes there. Tough to transition from that, but I definitely will. I wanted to start off the show. I've got 3 things that are really bothered me, and I need you to help me. Okay. I need you to help me navigate these problems in my life right now.
This will be a first.
Well, they're sports problems. Okay. So, number 1, today Kyler Murray wipes everything Arizona Cardinal off of his Instagram. If you go to his Instagram, there's nothing that states that he's with the Arizona Cardinals at all. And as a matter of fact, he wiped out all of his posts except for his one over the weekend about being at the Pro Bowl and his one when he won the Heisman Trophy at Oklahoma. What does this mean, Papa Dude?
Is he a free agent?
No, he has 1 year left on his contract with the option for them to renew for 2. So he is not a free agent.
Well, I did not know anything about this. So this is kind of flooring me here.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like he wants out of Arizona. Can you see any other alternative or do you have another thought? That's my first thought is, hey, get me out of here.
It seems awkward, to say the least.
It's very awkward. Unless he's leaving pro football. Are you thinking that maybe?
So
he is a baseball player,
There's wild speculation that it could be baseball related, could be going on to play baseball. Speculation that he wants traded. There's all kinds of things. But no, everybody's quiet. He hasn't said a word or anything like that. No, nothing from the organization. That's wildly strange to me. That's a concentrated effort to delete things.
It's definitely a message to somebody. I can't believe he would be retiring from sports completely. I can't see that. I know he was a great baseball player, and I know he almost, he was drafted very highly, and I believe was offered money, wasn't he? And
Oh, yeah, he had a
decided to go
huge
ahead and play
contract.
football. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he obviously loves baseball, but it's been a while since he's played. It's been a long time. What's he been at Arizona? 3 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go 3 years without playing and suddenly be able to be as good as you were before? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's my first thought. He wants out of Arizona.
Something's odd. Something's odd with it. If you watch that team, it just fell apart last year at the end of the year. So something is very, very odd.
Well, this. I don't know what the situation is contract-wise, what he's obligated to and all that stuff. To me, I would love to see him get out of there, just to be honest with you.
I would too. Yeah.
But I don't know how that would come about. I mean, if he's under contract, I don't see how. He can't just make a demand like that. I guess he can just not play. I don't know.
It's odd. It's very odd. I don't know. It's been bothering me all day.
And you say he has 1 year left?
Yeah, he has 1 year left. They do have an option for 2 if they wanted to renew it for the 5th year. But yeah, he does have 1 year left. He's not a free agent. There's something like that. But I don't know. Something's weird going on with Kyler Murray.
Well, that's something to look for in the next couple of days. Something's going to come out of that.
Yep. Something's going on. Wow. Maybe by the time we're back on Thursday, we'll have an answer.
I would say there'll be some kind of something going on for sure.
Yeah, wow. I know it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to see what happens there. So yeah, Kyler Murray no longer has anything Cardinal related on his social media. So we'll see. Also, he's changed his like profile picture, avatar, whatever you want to call it. It's him with like an OU like uniform on. So,
wow.
I don't know. So I don't know. Keep an eye on that. But that has me bothered.
That's amazing. That's good stuff.
Okay, you know the second thing that really has me bothered tonight.
All right.
These All-Star games, they're done. They're over. They're over for me. The Pro Bowl played two-hand touch football Sunday. My thought is, why do we even have it if that's what we're going to do? Like, there's no way anybody watched that and enjoyed it, right?
No,
it was terrible.
I never even turned it on.
Well, I didn't either, and then I got a text that you got to turn this on. I said, "Why?" He's like, "You just watch it for a few minutes," and I'm like, "What is this? Like, this is ridiculous."
It is. It's totally ridiculous. First of all, they don't want it. Why would you want to go play in that?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you even care?
Yeah.
I mean, was it in Hawaii again? I guess. No, it was in Vegas. No.
Yeah, it's in L. It's where the Super Bowl is. It's in LA.
Okay. Who cares? I mean, if you're going to get a trip to Hawaii, maybe that's okay. But these guys are making way too much money to risk getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It means absolutely nothing to these guys. Nothing at all does it mean. The NHL, they're not going to hit anybody.
Well, the NHL, it was awful. The NHL had each division had an all-star team, and they played 3-on-3 for 10 minutes.
That was it?
And then they played 3-on-3 for 10 more minutes, and that was it.
The winners then played 3-on-3?
Yeah, it was awful. And I love hockey. It was awful. And they weren't trying either. So it's like, designate these guys, call them all-stars, but why do we even have this?
That's right. There's no reason to have it.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but were they gonna have it before the Olympics? They canceled.
I don't think so. No,
I don't think they were either.
Yeah. So they were in Vegas. They had a skills competition. It was okay. You either like those or you don't. But they are what they are. But the games, It's like
Game's awful.
show up and play the games or don't have them at all.
Well,
Like,
usually it's 14-10.
you know,
12
but I will take that. Give me
Yeah.
5-on-5 regular hockey.
Yeah, this
Sure,
makes
it's
no
a
sense.
kind of a joke of a game, but it's kind of fun. This
Yeah.
is just like, what are we doing here?
Well, traditionally, the only game that's ever all-star games ever been any good has been the baseball
Yeah.
one. And, you know, a lot of people say it's totally wrong what they do, but at least there's some significance to the baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the winning team, American League, National League, gets home field advantage in the World Series. So it
Mhm.
means a little bit. And I think those guys actually try in
Mhm.
baseball. But when you think about it, there's not a lot of contact in baseball, you know,
Right.
so it's not as likely to get hurt in baseball as it is these others. The Pro Bowl has always been just God awful. I'll never forget. It's been back in the '90s when Barry Switzer had to be the coach. I think
Yeah.
I think the losing coach in the conference championship game has to be the coach of the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And he went over there and he's on the sidelines eating hot dogs and sitting on the bench. He don't give a shit because none of the players do either. And they raked him over the coals for that, you know. And he's, what do you want me to do? You think you actually are coaching these guys? They don't want to do this. The NBA game, it's kind of entertaining, but it'll be 170 to 159.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the dunk contest used to be pretty good, but how many different ways can you dunk a basketball? That's kind of gotten old. The home run hitting contest in baseball is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I actually watched some of that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We need to just do away with them. It's just, and you know, the Pro Bowl is between the Super Bowl and the conference championship games. So the players in the Super Bowl, they don't even go.
Yep.
To the Pro Bowl, and I can't imagine anybody watching it.
I can't either. I mean, it was a joke. I don't know. I worked it to the point where if they're going to show up and they're not going to care at all, then why are we doing
Well,
it?
you know, it's a pain in the butt to those guys to have to go.
I guess
they get paid, but
yeah,
I mean, most
know.
of them have so much money, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Whatever you pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just say, hey, you're an all-star, and that's enough.
Yeah, congratulations, and yeah.
But I fully understand why pro football players are not going to go out there and hit each other and risk getting hurt.
I understand that. Listen, the hockey all-star game, I understand there's no hitting, but why don't you just make it a 5-on-5 game?
Yeah,
I don't see what the problem is there. It never was great, but it never was as bad as
if they'd have made it 5-on-5. That's not a bad idea to have the divisions play each other.
Yeah.
And don't play 10 minutes, though. Play 20.
Yeah.
And actually play 5-on-5. That's not a bad idea. It really isn't. It gives a little bit of credence to it. And you could even, the winner of the whole thing gets home ice in the play. You know, you could make something like, I don't know. But yeah, I've never been a fan of the All-Star games. The basketball game, like I say, will be 170 to 165, you know, whoever can hit the most threes. And yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So anyway, it's been bothering me all day. So these are the things I think about when I'm at home, you know?
Yeah.
So those are a couple of things. The other thing, and this is the last one. Why do NFL teams, some just hire the same guys that have failed over and over and over and over? What's the appeal?
I don't know. The hiring process makes no sense to me.
The Houston Texans hired Lovie Smith.
Why?
I don't know.
Lovie Smith was in Cincinnati, 20 years? No, that wasn't him.
The Bears.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Then he went to Illinois.
Yeah.
They couldn't win at any level.
No.
A nice guy. A heck of a nice guy.
Yeah. But why would you hire him?
I don't know.
It's like they hired Lovie Smith? Really?
Lovie's. I don't know.
Like
some of you're right. Some of these hires come out
Jacksonville.
of nowhere.
Jacksonville hired Doug Peterson that was at Philadelphia and got fired. It's like, what?
It's better than Lovie Smith, though.
Well, it is better than Lovie Smith.
I mean, he got him to the Super Bowl once.
Well, yeah, he won it, but it's just like they ran him out of town. What, you know?
Well, that's right. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't either. Like some of these coaches, as they're coaching now, the guy at San Diego is a joke. It's just an absolute joke.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know. Now, first of all, it's very difficult to coach in the NFL. It's really hard, you know, because trying to get those guys' attention, I don't know how you do it. Well, unless you have some sort of control over personnel.
The Raiders hired Josh McDaniels.
Well,
have we not seen this before?
Yeah.
He coached in that division and got fired.
I guess they're thinking maybe he's matured a little bit since then. He was extremely young when he was hired at Denver. But you're right. Isn't there somebody else?
I mean, I would listen, if you hire like an assistant, it's like, well, at least you're trying a new person out, you know. But it's just like,
yeah, but some of these assistants, where in the world do they come? I don't understand it. I don't know. At least the college hires make sense. Most of the college hires make sense.
I saw Lovie Smith's name today. I said, I didn't even know where he was.
He wasn't anywhere, was he?
I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
He might have been an assistant somewhere.
I haven't seen Lovie Smith in years.
I'd like to know what Lovie Smith's overall record is.
Oh, I don't know. It's like, what do you think's going to happen here?
I mean, it was so bad at Illinois. They won 5 games this year, and it's like they won the national championship.
I know. He did nothing.
That's how bad it had been up there.
I know. And that's it. Isn't Lovie Smith 92 or something? They put a picture of him. He's older than dirt. He's not old school. He went to the old school that burnt down before they built the old school.
Right.
I mean, he's old.
He had to walk to school 2 miles in the snow.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
They didn't have school buses back then. I'm confusing him with that guy that was at Cincinnati Salon. What was his name?
Marvin.
Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
Was that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. He was there forever.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at.
He's an assistant somewhere.
And it's like every year I'm like, okay, the Chiefs have Eric Bieniemy. Well, okay, this will be the year he gets a job. Never gets one.
Why do they not give him a shot?
I don't know. Okay, Byron Leftwich.
That's the 2 big names.
I thought Byron Leftwich was a lock.
Yeah.
Didn't get a job.
That's the 2 big names that were out there. Who did Minnesota hire?
Oh gosh. Geez. I just saw it. O'Connell, something.
Was an assistant?
Yeah, he was assistant. I just saw it and I can't remember.
The Bears hired somebody that had been an assistant at Missouri at one time, I believe.
Yeah. Let me pull up. I had that.
Why the hell would you want anybody to be an assistant at Missouri? I don't know. But anyway.
And how about this? So hold on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Let's see. Where I'm trying to find where now?
Yeah, Curtis, you missed the Kyler talk.
Yeah. I had Kyler was first. Oh, this is what I was going to get at. Brian Flores, who got fired at Miami.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? He got fired? How did he get fired? He's a shoo-in for a job. Well, obviously now he's suing.
I saw him interviewed. You probably did too. And he knows he's screwed. He knows he's done. Nobody will touch him now.
I give the guy a ton of credit because he never should have been fired.
No.
He turned them around into a very respectable team.
They had 2 straight winning seasons, and they hadn't had a winning season since 2009, I think it was, or 2003 or something like that.
And when he got there, I think they had won 3 games the year before. So he gets fired.
And if it's true, what he is alleging that they told him, which is to try and lose games.
Yep.
I mean, this is insanity. And then turn around and fire him because he won too many, I guess. What was that other accusation he made?
He was trying. They tried to get him to illegally contact a free agent, a quarterback free agent.
Yeah. Was it
and,
Brady?
Yes, that's supposedly who it was, and he wouldn't do it. And then the owner invited him to a yacht, and then here came the quarterback free agent off the yacht, and then Flores left supposedly.
Yeah.
This is all allegedly in his words. But he gets fired. Everybody's like, okay, one day he'll have a new job. He got none of these jobs, none of them. I mean, and obviously the biggest is he's saying that this is a very racist thing that's happened to him. It's hard to argue that when you look at the hires and you look at the fact that he didn't get a job. I understand where he's coming from, and I also understand they'll probably do to him what they've done in the past, and he will be blackballed from
he's because he will be judged as trouble.
Yeah.
And
but how pissed do you think he's got to be?
How
pissed does this guy got to be if he has dealt with what he's talked about in Miami? And they still got to where they were decent, and then now this. I mean,
right. Now, if he wins, he's not going to have to worry about money ever again because he will win a big lawsuit because the NFL, if they're guilty, will hush this up as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want this getting out much. But I hope he rakes them over the coals if that is true.
I do too. I'm rooting for him big time.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It's crazy what's happening right now.
Well, remember, we talked about it when he got fired.
Yeah.
How insane. What a job he did. They started out 1-7, and he got him into the playoff hunt, into the next to the last week of the season after starting 1-7. That is called coaching.
Yeah.
That's what coaching's all about.
Yeah.
Holding those guys together like that.
And
keeping them whatever the word is, focused, so they'll keep playing. That's a great coaching job. So the players obviously loved him.
I mean, they didn't quit on him. That's for sure.
No, absolutely.
They hired Mike McDaniel, the offensive coordinator from the 49ers, the new coach.
Yeah, I did see that
at Miami. So good luck to him. All right, let's move on. Those were the things that were bothering me tonight.
Those are really good. Yeah. I did not know the Kyler Murray thing. That was a shocker.
We're going to monitor the Kyler Murray situation. It's ongoing. So
well, I tell you, I sincerely think Oklahoma made a slam dunk hire for their head coach.
Yeah.
That has completely changed down there in a matter of a month.
Yep. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to jinx it, but I think.
Well, one comment, I've mentioned this guy before, and if you want to see some really funny videos, just go watch to YouTube and type in Michael Turk. He did a video just talking a couple of days ago. And if you read between the lines, he said, I've never seen a culture change like this.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, this team is together, and we've got a common goal, and everybody is on the same page. It tells you right there were problems.
If you go back and watch our videos before the season, we told everybody that Lincoln Riley is a pretty good coach, but he has no control over the program. And that's turned out to be what has happened. So, and we're seeing that more and more. We saw it on the field, how shitty they were this year, and we're seeing it with people every day that have kind of come out and said the same thing. They're on that team. So, I'm not saying much else.
Let's just leave it at that.
I think I'm very optimistic of the season, and we'll talk about it when they prove something. So there's still football to be played.
Absolutely.
So this is the easy season to win, the talking season.
That's right.
So, all right, let's move on to college basketball. We talked about these games on the Thursday show. We saw some good ones. Auburn, we talked about this. We thought they would go in and beat Georgia pretty easily. It wasn't easy. 74-72 now. They were ahead 12, blew a big lead in this game. But Auburn, they're number one. They do win. They head to Razorback Land tomorrow night. What kind of game do you think that's going to be?
I think that's going to be wild in Fayetteville tomorrow night. The Razorbacks have won 8 straight. They're playing well, as been pointed out on this show from Russ, big Razorbacks fan. The competition hasn't been too good. I don't care. They've still won 8 in a row. They are stepping up. They got a really good team. Auburn is a great team. And then they got to go to Alabama this weekend. So they're going to have a tough week. If they get through that 1-1, they're pretty good. I think they should be in the top 25 anyway. I don't know what they got to prove to get in the top 25. I thought for sure they'd be in there today.
Yeah.
And they're not. I think they got a shot. Auburn's kind of been flirting with losing a game. It's tough to sit up there 22-1, number one, when you don't do this very often. I don't know whether I got the guts to pick the Razorbacks tomorrow night because sometimes they don't come through for me. But that should be one to sit down and watch.
Check out racingdudes.com/free NCAA basketball picks. You'll see I'm going to pick the Razorbacks tomorrow.
You're going to do it?
Just a spoiler alert. The Razorbacks will be my pick on the website.
I got to see what the line is.
No, going to be my pick no matter what. They're going to win that game tomorrow night. I have supreme confidence the Razorbacks are going to get it done. I'm going to have a hog hat on.
I can't argue with you. I cannot argue with you.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it. I feel it. All right, let's move on. We thought BYU might give Gonzaga a little bit of a game. They didn't, 90-57. We didn't think UCLA would lose in 3 overtimes to Arizona State, but that's certainly what they did. 7-13 now, Arizona State. They knock off the then number 3 team in the country, UCLA, 87-84.
Real easy explanation. Not really easy, but they lost a tough game on Thursday night to Arizona. Went into Arizona State flat, but it went into triple overtime. And you would think they would get their act together and win that game. I watched every bit of it, or not every bit of it, but I watched all of the second half and the triple overtime. And they never could get control of the game. Horrible weekend for UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to lose in Arizona. That's a tough place to play, but you got to go win that game in Tempe, and they didn't. So that's a tough weekend for them.
Yeah, not good at all. Not good at all. We talked at length about how we thought Purdue was a very, very good basketball team, and we also talked about Michigan underachieving. I think both were kind of true. 82-76, Purdue wins this game. Michigan able to keep this thing close and keep it a battle. I thought this was a really good game as well.
It was. Purdue is very, very good.
Yeah.
Michigan has got the talent. If they can get on a roll, I just don't think they're going to do it, though. They're 11-9, with their name, their reputation. If they could get to 17 or 18 wins, they'll get in the tournament, I think, because they're going to have to beat some good teams to get to 17 or 18. So they still got a shot, but they better get with it.
If they get in, there will be a very dangerous 8,
Yes,
9, 10, 11, 12 type seed, depending on what happens. But like I said, there's a long ways to go.
Yeah.
We talked about how Kentucky was turning it on, and really they just kind of handled Alabama. Not a flashy game by any means, 66-55. They handled them though, didn't they? This never really was in danger.
No, and you know what impresses me? A lot of people don't like Calipari, and I'm not saying I do either personally, but I think he's the best coach in the country. Because here's what he does. He gets these one and done players, and they don't run up and down the floor and shoot threes and go crazy. They play together as a team, and they play defense, and they're tough. It's a hell of a coach to get guys to do that when they know they're not going to be there very long. You don't have a lot of control over them. But these Kentucky teams over the years are tough. They're fundamentally tough. They're hard to beat.
Yeah.
I think they're as good as anybody in the country right now. That's a big win going into Alabama and winning like that.
I think they are. I think they are too. There was a very methodical win. They just didn't. Yeah. They didn't really give them much of a chance ever. No. Listen, I told you Arizona beat the hell out of those Panthers from USC, and they did. They took care of business. Pulled away for an easy 72-63. I like Arizona a lot, and I said on the Thursday show, I hadn't watched a lot of college basketball until about 2 weeks ago. I started to really turn up the watching and the frequency of watching. But for some reason, I'd seen Arizona a ton this year. I've liked them all year, and I think they're really good. And they win 2 in a row. They beat UCLA and USC.
Yeah, big week for them. They
Yeah.
they held the that's the dog in here.
Dog
They
is not
come here,
happy.
what do you want? They held the home court. They had to win those two, and they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you are. All right, now get
Simon
out of
is growling. All right,
Yeah,
good,
he heard something.
good
Anyway.
win for the Wildcats.
You
How about
bet.
this? Kansas a week ago getting smashed by Kentucky, and now they've won two in a row, and they absolutely destroy Baylor, 83-59. This one, I turned it on. Oh, it was about 2 minutes ago before halftime, and I thought, well, shit, I may not turn it back on because this was just a blowout from the very start.
Yeah. And Baylor's injured, but to lose by 24. And here's the thing I don't understand. The top 10 came out today. They're still number 10.
Yeah.
They're not playing very well.
Mm-mm.
And I know they're hurt, and I give them that. And I think they're still a good team. This is another team, Kansas. They're very consistent. They got killed by Kentucky a week ago. What do? They come back and they easily beat Iowa State, a good team, and then they kill Baylor.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And the game of the night is them in Texas. They're at Texas tonight. So
Yep.
I think it comes on at 8:00. So that'd be one you want to watch. That'll be a good one.
Must see television tonight. We'll talk about that at the very end. I've got something you have to watch tonight. Trust me.
All right.
You have to watch it. All right. Kansas all of a sudden. I picked Kansas tonight over Texas, by the way.
I did too.
Duke, we told people they'll kill North Carolina. They have. I mean, they absolutely dominated them by 20 points. This is another one, never really a game.
Nope.
This game, we kind of said, Wisconsin will handle them pretty easy. Jeez, that got close, 51-49, a typical Wisconsin type of win. You think they just overlooked them a little bit?
Probably. Look at the halftime score.
I know, 18-13.
18.
People are
When
going.
was the last time you've seen that? I can't remember. I mean, how in the world did that happen? Yeah, now I've watched a little bit of Wisconsin here lately. I kind of think they're on a downward spiral. So I'd kind of watch who they're playing and check the lines. I think they overachieved early in the year.
Yeah, you made mention about Wisconsin. Villanova 85-74 win over UConn, so they beat a ranked opponent there. Good win for Villanova. You mentioned though they may not be quite as good as what they've been. So
yeah,
go ahead.
They're another one though. Come tournament time, you don't want to play them.
Yep. Now I'll give you credit. I think you and Dennis both said you need to take Rutgers and the points in this game. Michigan State's not that good. I've seen them play bad. Rutgers keeps games close. Guess what? You just needed to play them outright. Rutgers 84, Michigan State 63. How about that one?
Well, I would like to take credit and say you're right, but no, it wasn't me.
No, you said take Rutgers and the points.
No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No,
okay.
I didn't, because that was my best bet was
Okay.
Michigan State to cover 2. And I'm down on them.
That must have been Dennis.
Think it up twice.
Yeah.
And I'm down on them. So this was inexcusable. And I watched some of this, and Tom Izzo was about to kill himself. Well, I would have hated to have been in practice the next day, because he's one tough cookie and he's not going to stand. They didn't guard. They didn't do anything. And they never even made a run at Rutgers. Rutgers is decent, but this is a Michigan State team that got killed by that many points. There'll be some changes made there.
Yeah, no question about it. All right. Let's talk about Texas Tech and Texas together here, because we both were like, we're a little bit worried. They might both be flat. They both come out and get big wins. I think Texas Tech was flat as a board to start this game. And if you can see our screen here, if you're watching live, 32-26, West Virginia leads at the half and indicates just that. But they rallied big time in the second half. This was a really, really good win for Texas Tech.
This is a really, really good team.
Yep.
I think they're the second best team in the Big 12. And that's saying something. They might be the best. They are tough. Look, they held them to 21 points in the second half. This is an old-fashioned team with talent.
Yep.
They play defense. They get after you. They don't let up. They've got skill. This is a team you better watch out for.
No question.
They're good. And
like
Texas, huge win for them. They've got talent. They haven't quite been able to string it together. If they somehow can win tonight against Kansas. I think they have Baylor Saturday at home. Big week for them. If they win both of those, I could see this team getting on a roll too.
Texas, yeah, we kind of thought that Texas would be able to win this game because they're at home and they needed a win, where Texas Tech was coming off a win and they might fall into the trap there. Yeah, Texas, good win, easy win, 63-41. We kind of speculated maybe Indiana could upset Illinois, and I think I don't know, maybe you didn't say it, but I think you said you didn't think it was going to happen. You kind of liked Illinois.
I do like them a lot, but I kind of thought Indiana might beat them at home. Illinois won 4 straight, and suddenly, they're in first place in the Big Ten, another great conference, and suddenly they're in the picture. They look good. They just waxed Indiana.
Yeah, they looked really good. This was a really big win for Illinois for sure. All right, a couple more to go. DePaul, you said no. You said DePaul had no chance in this game.
I know it.
They go to Xavier and they win 69-65. How shocked were you about this one?
I was shocked. I think the line was 10.5, and I took Xavier. Yep. They're hard to beat in Cincinnati. DePaul is not bad at DePaul, but on the road they've been miserable, and to go in there and beat them, and that just shows you, you got to be ready every game. The Big East is tough. It is a tough conference, and so. I'm kind of soured on Xavier a little bit now, too.
Yeah, that was a shocking loss for Xavier. No doubt about it. Listen, we kind of alluded to South Carolina has just really struggled, but I didn't think they'd get beat 81-57 to Tennessee. This was a blowout, too.
Right. Tennessee won 2 games this week, and they've kind of righted the ship. They're pretty good. Yeah. I like them in the SEC, another conference that's loaded. But this next team is fading fast.
Well, we told that I'm certain we told people to take Vanderbilt over LSU, and Vanderbilt gets the job done. Like I said, they played Kentucky tough, and then they came in here and this was not a game. It was 43-25 at the half. They jumped out on them early, and they're able to hold on 75-66 Vanderbilt over LSU.
There is one top-ranked team that's not on there because they played yesterday, and that's Houston.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched any of that.
Yep, I did.
Man, they put a clinic on Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Kelvin Sampson's a good basketball coach that's ever lived. Did you see there at the end? It's the 25th season he's won over 20 games.
Yep.
And I don't know who the color man was on there yesterday, but he made a comment. He goes, "Put him in the Hall of Fame right now." And he just turns out teams year after year after year. And we were talking the other day. He's right where he belongs. He can recruit. He just dominates that conference. And nobody wants to play them.
Nope. Nope. I'm telling you that he is a great coach, and he's won games at places that aren't easy to win games.
No.
Washington State, Oklahoma, and Houston. Those are not, hotbeds for basketball. So, yeah, it was a really impressive game. And like I said, going into Cincinnati and winning is not easy to do.
No, and to win like as easy as they did.
Yeah.
I mean, that was easy.
Well, mention this one real quick too.
Be tough?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it'd be a close game. Yeah, I did. And it wasn't at all. I'll mention Providence real quick because you talked about them a little bit. They're both these teams, Houston and Providence, are now 20-2, and Providence just spanked Georgetown. That wasn't a game.
No, Georgetown's awful. They're awful.
Yeah. Georgetown is now 6-15. There was a big article actually in the New York Times or New York Post saying it's a time to fire Patrick Ewing. So,
well, that'll be hard for him to do. He's a legend there and everything, but 6-15 makes it a little easier.
Yes, it does
to justify it.
Sylvian chimes in and he asks so he's a Canadian living in Montreal. He says, "What is the Big Ten? All the division things so complicated." So the Big Ten is a conference that has 2 divisions, Sylvian.
Yeah, and the complicated thing about it is there's 14 teams in the Big Ten.
Correct.
Is that not stupid?
Let me let's see. It's now he's really scratching his head. Really? There's 14 of them?
So's everybody else. Get this out. get this. I'm going to throw this out to you.
Okay.
Okay, we have the Big 12,
Correct.
which used to have 12 teams, but now it has 10.
Yep.
But it's called the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not confused enough about Americans, we'll keep going here. So then we got the Big 10, which used to have 10 teams. Then they went to 12 teams and still called themselves the Big 10.
Yep.
And now they have 14 and they call themselves the Big 10.
And the Big 12, who has 10 teams, are going to add 4 more teams and
Yes.
call themselves the Big 12 with 14. And then 2 teams will leave. And so finally, the Big 12 will be 12 teams. So
Yeah, but that won't be until 2025,
correct.
unless Texas and Oklahoma. I know we got you totally confused now. But in basketball, as you can see, as Aaron has pulled this up, deal of the Big Ten Conference, there aren't divisions in basketball.
But there are in football.
There are in football, and the reason there are in football is so they have 7 in one side, 7 in the other, and then the 2 champions of those divisions can play in a totally worthless conference championship game for lots and lots of money.
Correct. And Dave Barista chimes in and says, "Go Fighting Illini." Yeah, the Illini. Look at that, number 1 right now.
You bet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at here. We got Waylon on here.
Waylon says Providence, Final Four. Listen, Papa Dude loves Providence, Waylon.
You know, Waylon, you look pretty young. Maybe.
I don't think that's a picture of Waylon, but go ahead.
Okay. Who is that?
I don't know.
Well, it might be. Anyway, Waylon, I remember back in the, I don't know, probably early 70s, Providence went to the Final Four. They had a little shooting guard by the name of Ernie Gregorio or something like that. Little guy, about 5'11", 6 foot, shoot the lights out of it. This was before the 3-point shot. He probably would have averaged 45 a game if twos counted as threes back in those days. And I got all the way to the Final Four, and I remember rooting my butt off for them because it was such a good story to watch them play.
I tell you what, I don't know that Waylon, I don't know if you're a hockey fan, but I have watched Providence hockey live and in person.
Listen, you're talking to some guys here that know just about everything.
That's right. yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Well, Waylon knows.
Oh, that's him. That's him. What a player.
DeGregorio.
That's right. He was great. They had a big guy too, and I don't remember his name. But anyway, they were fun to watch.
I watched Providence hockey take on the Vermont Catamounts. That would have been about 4 years ago, maybe longer, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. They had a kid that got drafted by the Blues, but he got hurt, and he never made it. Can't think the kid's name. Good player, kind of a bigger power forward type guy. Anyway, yeah. And then, so anyway, Providence 20-2, man. I mean,
they're good.
I love the Providence types. Throw Houston in. They're not like a power name that can make runs in the tournaments. I love that.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what makes it really good.
Yeah. Sylvian says it's time for Tylenol. Sylvian says, well, let's just talk about hockey, guys. Like, how's Montreal doing? No, he didn't want to talk about Montreal, but yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Some of this stuff makes absolutely no sense. None whatsoever.
Exactly. Boy, by the way, thank God NHL hockey is back tonight. We got 2 games going on. So
right.
We've been on a hiatus. All right. Let's see. We've got about 15 minutes left in the show. Whoops. Didn't want to click on that yet. If you go to the website, racydudes.com/sports, Papa Dude has all kinds of articles every day for you. He's got free best bets. He's got and parlays. We added parlays for the NBA and the NCAA basketball. So you can go to those and read his articles. You can also go up here to all these free picks pages and find out who we all kind of like. As you see, Mike Somich tonight has hockey picks along with Papa Dude and myself. So you can go see the NHL, NBA tonight. There's Papa Dude's and nice picks for that. And NCAA basketball. And it takes a minute because I've picked a bunch of them, but there it is. There's all those there. I pick all of them. I have an obsessive,
he does them all.
Listen, I have an obsessive personality. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do all of them. But anyway, why I went to the site is Papa Dude wants to talk about his NCAA update as far as March Madness goes in the tournament. Every week he has an article giving his update about who he thinks is in and out on the bubble. So Papa Dude, I'll let you kind of take this away. Where do you want to go with bubble teams?
Well,
right there or what?
Just start up at the top, and here's the deal: everybody's got a different opinion on this stuff, and if you got a different opinion than me, that's fine. But I've got 48 slots taken up right now, and there's 68 that gets in the tournament. You can argue with the locks that I have, but I think Houston's a lock. A team for the Atlantic 10 is Davidson that I think will get an at-large bid, even if they don't win the conference tournament, if they keep winning. I think Duke's in, Wake Forest I think's in. You can read the list as easily as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down past St. Mary's there. All of these conferences are your mid-majors, and they all will get one team at least in them.
Mm-hmm.
The next column I have is, or the next category is almost a lock, which means these are 8 teams that I feel like are not in yet, but they're close. For example, you can look at North Carolina. They're 16-7. They're the Tar Heels. If they can get to 20, they're in. Yeah. I don't think you can argue with that. They're not going to leave a 20-win North Carolina team out. Same with Notre Dame. If Notre Dame can get to 20, they're in. Now, teams like Seton Hall have got some work to do. They're sitting there 14-7. They're in a very tough league. They got the opportunity to win some big games and get in there. They've got some good wins. Same with Alabama. They're 14-9, but they have some big non-conference wins. They're in a tough league. If they can get a couple of good wins, they're in. Same with Iowa State. So those teams have a little bit of work left. If they can win a couple of games down the stretch, they're going to get in. Now, we got another big, long list here, because if those teams get in, we got 12 spots left.
I'll highlight that. Yep.
Yeah, and when you go through this, the Atlantic 10, like I say, I think Davidson's in whether they win the tournament or not. So then you got 3 teams, Dayton, Virginia Commonwealth, and St. Louis.
Go St. Louis.
Yeah, and the Billikens are making a run.
Go Billikens.
And one of them might get in. So they might get 2 bids there. The Big 12, I think the only team left besides the 5 locks are TCU, besides the 5 locks and Iowa State, is TCU. I think it's TCU at 15-5. They're only 4-4 in the league. They got to get at least to 9-9. So they got some work left to do. ACC, Virginia and Miami are kind of on the bubble. The Big 10, Michigan and Iowa are on the bubble. Let's go down to the Mountain West. Here's the one that could screw up the whole thing. You got 4 damn good teams, and you could put San Diego State in there and make 5. Now, they deserve 2 picks.
Go Wyoming.
Yeah, I mean, Wyoming is damn good. Colorado State's, I mean, no, 2 of those teams deserve to be in. I don't know if they'll get 2 bids, but they should. So they may knock out a named team out of those majors. Missouri Valley, it's a 1-team league.
Go Bears.
Unless Loyola loses the conference championship. Because of their name and their reputation the last few years, they've done very, very well. They could get an at-large bid, and that would knock one of these power schools out. SEC, let's go down to the Conference USA. This is the next interesting league. You got UAB, which has traditionally been good. Louisiana Tech and North Texas are all very, very good teams. I don't think they'll get 2 bids out of that conference, though. Now, go down to the Ohio Valley.
Okay.
All right. Today, in the latest AP, Murray State is number 23. They're 22-2. If they say, let's say they get into the conference tournament, and they're like 28-2, and they get knocked off, they're going to get an automatic bid. And that means then the Ohio Valley is going to get the conference champion plus Murray State, and that'll knock one of those high-powered teams out. The other conference that's got a couple of good teams is the MAC. Ohio's 19-3, and Toledo's 18-5. They're both tournament worthy. There's no doubt about it. So we got a lot of interesting stuff still to go to decide March Madness, which we all and I should have erased the rest of that that's on there. I'll go back in there and delete all
gosh.
that because that doesn't mean anything. And I'll get that all deleted. I'll go back in there as soon as we're done and get that taken care of. Yep, that shit happens to me all the time. But
See,
anyway,
this is
I'll
the
get
one
it.
day I don't keep an eye on you. You do.
I
this.
know. I'll get it deleted. Just ignore that bottom part. Hey, I was pretty excited doing this today. So
Listen, I'm
anyway,
a huge fan of Belmont Park, so I always root for Belmont.
hey,
the
Belmont's good. They've been in that tournament before. So we got some exciting times coming up. The February and the conference tournaments in first part of March. This is, if you like college basketball, this is when it gets fun.
team. American East champ, the Catamounts. Will it be Vermont? They're my team.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, good answer.
Problem
Good
is, if they get beat, they're done. That's just the thing. That's what makes it tough in these smaller conferences. And it's kind of unfair. You got a team like Vermont that's probably going to end up 23-5, 24-5, something like that, maybe even better. And they dominate the regular season, and anything can happen in a conference championship tournament. And you get beat, and you're out.
We're not losing. Don't even think about that.
Well, probably not, but it's
We
still
are
tough.
not losing. Vermont all the way. We're making it. We're going to party on Church
All right.
Street after we win the national championship. We're going to do it.
Waylon's got a good question here.
Well, I've got a bunch of questions here. Okay.
All right,
You want to
let's
start
do
with
it.
this? You want to start with this one?
I'll go up to the top.
Okay. Well, Sylvian wants to know, does Papa Dude have a Twitter account? Here's the deal. I've have that on my list to make him one. I think he needs one. So Sylvian, let us know if you think he needs one. And let us know if you think Papa Dude needs a Twitter account. If we get enough yeses, I will make one for him. How about that?
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, Magic forgot hockey return. Well, Magic, you're too late now. Let's see. This is a good one. Waylon asks, is Shaka Smart just a mid-major caliber coach, even though he is at Marquette?
You know what, Waylon? I was
Who's
gonna call
Malin?
you Malin
Waylon.
I was thinking the exact, great minds think alike, Waylon. Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing when I was watching Marquette the other day. He was at Virginia Commonwealth.
Yep.
And they were tremendous success.
They were awesome.
They were. Then he went to Texas, and everybody thought, he would just do wonders down there, and didn't. And now he's back at what is not a mid-major, but it's not a powerhouse school either. And he looks great. Their team is very, very good. So that's a distinct possibility. Or maybe he just didn't fit in at Texas. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, and David Barista says Shaka is the man. Sandy says go St. Louis. She's a Billiken supporter like I am.
Sandy knows what St. Louis University's mascot is. I think she just thinks we're talking St. Louis.
All right. Waylon also says, is Penny Hardaway overrated as a coach? I say yes. What do you think?
I just got in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, you said go St. Louis. I didn't think you knew what was going on.
I think we know why.
Yeah, she didn't know.
Is Penny Hardaway overrated?
I don't know, but I thought it was funny what he told the reporters the other day. I don't know if you saw that or not.
You would think that was funny. Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He said, basically, get off my ass.
Yeah, I know. He is overrated.
He may be overrated as a coach, but I love what he said. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I don't watch Penny enough.
I tell you what was not overrated. Little Penny in the commercials.
Little Penny was great.
Little Penny was fantastic.
That was hilarious.
Sylvan says he needs more Tylenol after the tournament talk. David Barista says, yeah, he believes that Penny is overrated. He thinks he's also highly overrated as a player. Kind of agree. I didn't think he was that good. I think Little Penny and Nike kind of made Penny Hardaway what he was.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he did. Okay. Waylon says, can Iona make the Elite Eight?
I don't think so, Waylon. They're struggling. They're winning. They got beat yesterday, which pissed me off. But anyway, anytime a team loses, I pick pisses me off.
Yeah.
I think they get a lot of attention because Pitino is the coach there. And I think they're very well coached, and I like to watch them play. I don't know how good that league is, and they're struggling a little bit. I think they're a one and done. I wouldn't want to play him though, because he is a good coach. So
Yeah, he'll make him on a little bit of a run. I think he makes things interesting for sure. Sylvian says, yes, you do need a Twitter account because you guys could talk centigrade together.
there we
Remember
go.
that? Remember the centigrade talk?
Of course.
Well, I don't know. Waylon said he likes his Papa Dude. The other he's warming up to.
Well, thank you, Waylon.
Small doses, Waylon. It'll be fine. Small doses, and we'll
Yeah, we haven't
taper
had
off
our
from
history lesson yet.
there. David agrees. The commercials were classic. Yeah, they really were. They were funny commercials.
Yeah, I remember those. And you might be right. Nike might have made him. I know he played with Shaq, didn't he? Down
Yep. Oh
with the
yeah.
Magic.
Yep.
I thought he was pretty damn good for a couple of years, and he got hurt. And I think that didn't he hurt his knee or something?
Seems like he had
Yeah.
a bad injury.
I thought he was pretty damn good.
They were very good. They had Shaq, they had Penny, and they had oh gosh, the guy with the Grant. Can't think of his first name.
Yeah, Horace
Grant.
Harvey.
Horace Grant.
It's Horace, yeah.
Yeah.
They were very, very good.
They were good, but they didn't
Didn't
stay
they-
together.
They didn't win it, but they got
No.
to the finals, didn't they, one year?
No, I don't know that they ever made the finals. I think the
Okay.
Bulls may have beaten them. I can't. That's been too long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blue Chips. That's a great movie. Have you ever watched Blue Chips?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, very, very, very good movie. Penny and Shaq, and there's a couple other guys in there too. It was really good. Yeah. Also a good movie star. I don't think
I
Penny
will
was
say
overrated.
this.
He was just injury prone.
I will say this about just because you're a star player doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that, because a lot of times star players don't realize how hard it is to play because they were so damn good. They had so much talent. They didn't have to worry about things that a lot of players have to worry about. So
They can't relate to, well,
Yeah,
why
I
can't
can't
you just do this? I could do
let's
it.
go out there and dunk that thing over those three guys, just like I did.
Yeah. And some guys that were former players were good coaches. Like I thought Larry Bird did a really good job,
Yeah,
but
he did.
he hated it. So
Yeah, he's a
he
little.
didn't like the
trying to
coach.
think of, another
So-
great player that
Um,
Steve Nash is coaching the Nets. Oh, he wasn't a great player, but he was pretty good. That's Steve Kerr.
yeah, but I think he's the type. He wasn't like physically gifted, like
No,
a
that's
Penny
true.
Hardaway when he was healthy.
That's true.
He was more of a
Yeah, Doc Rivers is
Doc
good.
Rivers. That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Very,
good one.
very good. Good guy too.
I'm sucking up to Waylon to try to get him to like me a little more. So, yeah. Good comment, Waylon. I really liked that.
No, we need more IQ, Waylon. You're pretty sharp. I like you a lot.
Oh yes, me too.
You
Me too.
recognize talent when you see it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh man. Okay, that's all we've got tonight. But
No, we were
Sylvian's-
going to talk about Super Bowl.
Oh shit.
You
Well,
want to save it?
Yeah, we've went too long. We'll talk about it Thursday. We don't have.
I just want to mention one thing.
Okay, you mentioned your Super Bowl, then I'll mention what I.
Oh,
wanna
you
talk
got
about.
something else? Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But go ahead, Super Bowl wise.
Well, I think again, is it Sylvain? Is that how we pronounce that, Aaron?
That's how I do. I don't know if it's how
Okay.
you or not.
Again, Canadian. Only in America could a sporting event become a holiday.
Yeah.
And that's what the Super Bowl is.
Yeah.
It's a freaking holiday, and it's a stupid football game that 95% of the country don't give a shit who wins. Do you
Well,
care who wins? Sunday?
No, I think that's changed quite a bit with the gambling
do?
involved. With gambling now
gambling?
in the forefront, yeah, I think that's changed quite a bit. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't give a damn who wins, and I'll bet some money. So
Honestly, I don't personally care either because my money will be on the horses that day than by the time
I
the
was
Super Bowl
sitting down
gets here.
today because we were going to have a segment, but I think we need to save it for Thursday on my favorite I'll be on a live stream anytime you want, Dave. Uh,
Yeah, David Brees is
oh,
on
you
a
don't
lot
want
of.
to hear my horse racing.
No, yeah, listen. He says that, but he watches it like crazy. We'll have him on the Oaklawn ones for sure. Dave's on ours a lot. Yeah. We have a good time on those for sure.
But
anyway, go ahead.
We'll save this segment for Thursday.
Okay.
We were going to do some of our favorite Super Bowls.
Yes.
And what is this? Number 56, I think, 55, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I could only find 5. That stood out to me.
What was your real quickly, because we're running low on time, but real quickly, what was your number one? Your favorite?
Okay, I think you'll remember this. Here's one of the reasons I've never really none of my pro teams. The only really pro team I've really liked were the St. Louis Football Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even get close to ever making the Super Bowl. So I never really had a team that I really truly followed make it. But I really liked the Denver Broncos. And remember when Rod Smith, who went to school at Missouri Southern over in Joplin, Missouri, where Aaron lives and where I went to college and he did too. Obviously, it's an easy school to graduate from.
Very.
Because we both made it.
Yeah.
But he was from there. And he played for the Broncos. Remember the night they beat Green Bay?
Yeah.
Aaron, you remember? That's my favorite one of all time because I was pulling so hard for Elway to win. And what? You don't like that one?
Do you want to know what I had wrote down? Number one?
Was that it?
Yes.
No shit.
Yes, when they beat the Packers 31-24. Yeah.
Oh, listen, that's the only one I believe
I
ever jumped up out of my chair when they scored.
Yeah, because I wanted him to win a Super Bowl. And
I did too. And Rod Smith was a great player that came out of nowhere, an undrafted free agent, and ended up at one time he was the leading Denver Bronco receiver in number of catches.
Mm-hmm.
Had a tremendous career from little old Missouri Southern. Hell of a nice guy too.
Yep.
And I loved Elway. He was one of my favorites. And so, yeah, that's my favorite. I can't believe you wrote that one down too.
I loved it. It was one of my favorite ones. It was such a great game too. It was back and forth. Brett Favre for Green Bay. I mean, it had everything. Elway, Favre. It was awesome. I also really, because I liked Rod Smith and I followed him so heavily, and I followed, Elway with the helicopter on the goal line. That happened in that game too. Yes, Waylon, great call. Man, you're a great commenter. But yeah, what happened? I started to really like Terrell Davis. I liked the
TD. He was great.
Yeah, they did the mile high salute. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I hated Brett Favre, so it was so funny. And I've always hated the Packers, always. And yeah.
Anyway. Sylvian, look at this. He's you've made an impact on him. He's probably who's your favorite hockey player. I'll get you something signed by him and give it to the dudes at Saratoga this summer.
If you can pull this one off.
Oh.
My favorite hockey player is Wayne Gretzky. There's no question about it.
No, current player though.
Oh, current.
Well, yeah. I think that's everybody's favorite of all time.
Oh God, current.
Let me ask you this. Forget about like an autograph, but if I said, hey, I'm going to buy you a St. Louis Blues hockey jersey.
He already did.
I know, but I was going to put a name on the back of it.
He already did.
Oh, Tarasenko? Yeah, that's true. I did.
And now they jinxed him. They're probably going to trade him.
But is he your favorite still?
Are you talking about like playing now?
Yeah. Who's your current favorite player?
It's a funny thing. I don't really have one. I like a lot of them. I think I'd have to do number 25. I think he's going to be the next Blues superstar.
Oh, Kyrou. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyrou.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be he's going to be the next one. I think. Yeah. I think the guy's got unlimited potential to be a superstar. I would want his, I think. I think he's going to be around for a while. Here's the thing with hockey players and jerseys. They get traded, and then you got a jersey that's, it's kind of outdated. It's the only problem.
Yeah. I know. I like Kyrou an awful lot. So I get it. I definitely get it.
I like, what's the guy's name at Tampa?
What's the guy's name at Tampa? They got
their superstar.
Oh, Stamkos, Steven Stamkos.
I like him, but there's the other. What's the other one?
The other one.
Pretty long. Kucherov.
Oh yeah, Kucherov. Yeah,
I think he's my favorite to watch.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tampa Bay. They're my second favorite team.
I like to watch McKinnon from Colorado a ton.
Oh, he's very good.
He's a stud.
He is.
I like to watch him. I still like to watch Sidney Crosby an awful lot. He's
I do too.
Very good. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, Waylon, just how dumb our Blues are. We're playing the Penguins the other night, okay, and they get in a fight with Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
That's not the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Why in the world do you want to get in a fight with Sidney Crosby? That woke him up, and they kicked our ass after that. And I'm thinking, how dumb can you guys be picking a fight with Sidney Crosby? That is so stupid.
Sandy says, Papa Dude thinks it's stupid to put your name on your own name on a jersey. I cannot agree more. That's the dumbest. I hate that. Don't get number 91 a Tarasenko jersey and put Halterman on the back of it. That's ridiculous.
That won't happen.
No, that is. I hate when people do that.
No.
Unless it's one of you that are watching, then it's
well.
fine.
I tell you another thing about a hockey sweater. You don't wear it unless you're going to the game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get that through Sandy's head either. She goes, "Why don't you wear your jersey?" I said, "You don't wear your hockey jersey unless you're going to the game."
Yeah, you don't wear it around. I mean, you might if you're going to a hockey party, maybe.
Mario and you, yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, there used to be a bar in Springfield that was a hockey bar. So you wear it to that. You wear it to the hockey bar, but you wear your hockey sweater to a hockey event. Definitely. You know.
Well, if you're going to a bar to watch a game,
sure.
Yeah. Sandy, I know the answer to this.
Who is the hockey player I hate?
He hates?
Yeah,
that's easy. Okay. Ovechkin. She hates him.
Oh. Really?
Absolutely hates him. Thinks he's the meanest man in the world.
I like Ovechkin.
I do too. But she hates him. And then, oh God, he played for the Predators. He was a defenseman.
Oh, shit. Subban. PK Subban.
Yeah, she hated him too.
I don't like him either. Yeah.
I didn't like him either.
Yeah.
The Predators.
Yeah. Let's see. Sidney Crosby has the most punchable face in the league. It's not close for second. That's pretty funny.
She says Ovechkin's a mean ass.
I don't think so. I miss the Missouri River Otters minor league hockey back in the 2000s here in St. Charles. Chuck a puck between periods, cheap beers, cheap tickets, lots of fun, awful hockey.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go. All right.
Well, what do you got left?
All right. Let me find Sylvian's comment here. This is what I'm going to be doing tonight. Shit. Oh, there it is. Sylvian says, great hockey game tonight. Women's Canada versus United States. I can't freaking wait for this game. It starts at 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock on the East Coast. I will be up. I will watch every second. The Olympics officially start tonight because United States, Canada women's hockey is about as good as it's going to get. And then the men will start on the 9th. So, but this is the start. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this all day. The last time these two played, it was an incredible game. This game is going to be awesome tonight. Cannot wait for it.
I was going to prep for this and kind of get some information. And doggone, because you told me we were going to talk about it, and I forgot. I guess we beat the Republic of China.
Yes. Yeah. So
no problem.
The United States have outscored the three teams they've played. I'm not exactly sure on this, but 18-2, I believe. And Canada is something like 29-3. So
didn't I see where they beat Finland like 11-1?
These two teams are head and shoulders above the other countries when it comes to women's hockey. These two. It's like it's like back in, let's say, whenever the first dream team was, right? In basketball. It's like if another country had that and those two played, that's what this is.
Worth staying up for.
Oh, yeah. This would be one.
And the Olympic hockey games don't last very long, do they?
No, because there's no commercials in during the game, during the play.
And seems like they don't have as much time between periods, right?
No, I think that's the same.
Okay.
I may be wrong on that, but it's good. I've watched a little bit of the women's hockey so far, but This is the one I've been waiting for, and this
All
will be
right.
the first. There'll be another one in the championship rounds
Okay.
too. So
So you think these two teams will meet up again for the title?
yeah, absolutely, 100%. If they don't, it's a major upset. I think this game. The last time these two played in the Olympics, it was unbelievable. It was a shootout for the gold medal. I can't remember the girl's name for the United States. Just an incredible move in a shootout to win it. It was awesome.
All right.
I'm telling you,
glad you
it'll be a
reminded
hell of
me
a
of
game.
that.
They don't like each other at all. It's a huge rivalry. It will be a hell of a game. Trust
All
me.
right.
So
Sandy's wanting me to tell a quick story, and I live with her, and I better do it.
okay, well, it depends on what it is. Because if it's the stealing of the jersey, we're not telling it. Because it's a
You're
dumb
being
story,
told
and we're not telling it on this show. No, we're not. Some things are off limits, and that's where I'm gonna draw the line on that one. So
Well, I never did get that jersey back. So
well,
Anyway.
that's what happens.
Mark said, and I did want to mention, Mark, I mentioned it a little while ago. Very impressive win for the Cowboys yesterday. They're 19-3. You know, if they keep winning and they get into the Mountain West tournament and they're like 25-4, and they get knocked out of that tournament and they don't make the March Madness, something's wrong. They
Yeah.
deserve to be in there.
Yeah, exactly. I picked them. Who did they play? Who did they play Saturday, or was it Sunday?
It was Sunday. It was yesterday.
They played Boise, didn't they? Or did they play Colorado State?
Fresno. I believe it's Fresno.
Fresno, that's who it was. Fresno. I picked Wyoming. I just
Yeah.
because of Mark.
Look at their last three wins, though. They beat Colorado State, Boise State, and Fresno State.
Yeah.
Those are three very, very good teams. And Mountain West is really loaded. And top to bottom, it's a good league. And they're not getting enough recognition. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. They're really playing well.
Yeah, no, they are. I like Wyoming a lot because of Mark. I don't care other than that.
Yeah, I would. I got to be truthful. I wouldn't either.
No. So, all right, that's it. We've done it. We've filled the show. So we've done it again. We've hit the 50th episode, and
It was a
we're
good
still
one.
going. And we're gonna have number 51 on Thursday, if that's okay.
And
with
we're
you.
going to have some Super Bowl history.
Yep.
Because I remember the very first one.
There you go. Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little background on what it was like. Do you realize nobody watched this first Super Bowl and now it's a holiday?
No, I didn't realize that, and I couldn't.
The Jamaican bobsled team.
because Waylon just killed me with that. I don't know why that got me good. Don't forget the Jamaican bobsled team in the Olympics. Hey,
God.
we got a bobsled team. Have you watched Cool Runnings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
think
Happy
50
birthday, Heather Halterman. It's her birthday today. Did you
I
know
don't
that?
think she's 50.
No. I think he's talking about the Super Bowl. What?
Oh, no. She's talking about our 50th show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Happy birthday to Heather.
Yeah.
I guess you guys, was that today?
Yes, it's today. We've had a big day. We went to Academy and we went to Best Buy and we went and ate Mexican. So what a day for us. Yeah.
I
big
don't know
day.
why anybody would want anything else.
I know. I said, what do you want to do today? And that's what she said. I was like,
What
okay, we
what
can do that.
Mexican place you go to?
El Vaquero, very good place
Oh, yeah.
in
Okay.
Joplin. Yeah.
And you don't go to Cafe Del Rio?
You know, we've never been to that one. No.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've a lot of people say it's
But you
good.
like yours, so
Yeah, no, El Vaquero is very good. I don't particularly love Mexican food that well, but it is good there. It's very good. Yeah, very good. We know everybody there, so we've got our local spots, and we know everybody when we go in. So
well, you're legends, both of you.
I know, yes, in our own minds for sure. So. But yeah, it's her birthday. She's very excited. She wishes her birthday was on a Wednesday so we could watch AEW. But we patiently wait for Wednesday and AEW. So that's our next big thing. So anyway, okay, that's it.
Waylon,
hold on.
you got to come back, bud. You're cracking me up.
Okay, Waylon, hold on. Mexican food, refried beans might be playing a concert tonight in the home front.
Oh, Waylon.
Woo! Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go. Papa Dude on Twitter. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. There goes Twitter, though. It's over. Like that. The Twitter's run is done. If he gets
Okay,
on.
here's the deal.
Okay.
If I get on there, I don't want to be on there all the time. Is that necessary? Is that
What do you
Is
think?
that-
Let's back up real quick before we end the show. What do you think Twitter is?
I don't want to be bothered.
What do you think it is? What do you
You-
think it
You
entails?
put shit on there. You put your ideas on there, right?
Sure, yeah. One thing you could do if you wrote an article, you could tweet it out, and then everybody would know that it's up and posted.
Is
would
that
be-
pretty easy?
Yeah, that would be a good thing. Yeah,
As long as this is easy, I'll do
I
it.
love this guy. Who's the AEW surprise this Wednesday? This guy watches wrestling. I don't know who this is, but
Well,
we just
Waylon,
become
I don't
best
either, but you
friends.
keep coming on because I'm telling you, if you think this show is good, you ought to go back through some of the others we've done.
Oh, we've totally just made shit up for an hour and a half tonight. Usually we have something. Tonight it was just ad libs. Twitter is poison, no question.
See, that's
Yeah, Twitter, Papa Dude Twitter as much I know college sports in the United States. Okay, so that's
Okay,
he
I
gets
get
his info
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
on Twitter. So
All right, we'll do.
okay, well, hopefully
Maybe.
you don't have to be on it 24/7.
Well, I just know your phone buzzes all the time. It's Twitter, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's our millions of fans just reaching out to us on Twitter. Yes. No.
I know that.
All right.
do.
Yeah. We'll get him set up. I've been thinking about it for a while. I think he'll be funny on it. We can't grow him too much. I don't know if the whole world is ready for that. So
No.
yeah, who headlines Wednesday? I think it's Jeff Hardy, guys. I think it's going to be Jeff Hardy, but I'm not sure. Ladder match with Isaiah Cassidy. Jeff Hardy would make sense since he's famous for ladder matches, but can't be sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we're gonna get off here, guys. Watch the women's hockey tonight. It's gonna be fun, I promise. And Olympics getting heated up. We'll be back Thursday talking all things Super Bowl. I know people are excited about that. So thank you, everybody, for joining us as always. Thanks for the commenters. You guys saved the show. It would have been terrible without you guys tonight.
That's not true.
Yeah, got a lot going on this weekend in the world of sports. So we'll have you covered, guys. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right back here on Thursday. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Dudes Who Bet Sports.
So you wanna bet sports, but you need some advice on how to cash in big at a heck of a price. Well, if you want enough money to line your shorts, then you're in the right place. This is Dudes Who Bet Sports. Dudes Who Bet Sports, it's your favorite show. Dudes Who Bet Sports, where degenerates go. Dudes Who Bet Sports, time to change your approach with Aaron Halterman and his father, the coach. Let's ride.
Well, the Associated Press is full of shit.